How are you doing? How's everything going with you in the website?
Pretty good. It's been
Okay,
pretty
awesome.
user friendly.
Okay, good. Pretty user friendly, yeah. I mean, any specific things that could be better, you think, or that you've kind of seen issues with?
Um, I think it's just the photos in the articles. If I use more than 3 or 5, it gets kind of a little bit tricky to get them lined out the way you want them. If you want them all justified right or something, they tend
Right.
to kind of squirm around on you. But
Yeah.
it's not a big deal. I usually keep it just between 1 and 2 photos, and then I don't have to worry about it.
Well, that to me seems like a wasted opportunity because if you have the photos, I think you should be able to put them up and we can make them look good. So let's talk about this. This
Hmm.
is exactly why I want to do these calls. And this is a perfect teaching point. How to fit a lot of images on the story and make it look good. So is there a story recently that comes to mind that you had this issue with that you have like 5 images on that are kind of like
Um,
a little cramped or
like one of the feature stories, if I go, let's see,
okay, featured
might have
story.
been a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Um, but let me just look. Usually, a lot of those Kenner Ranch family ones, we end up having a lot of photos for, and I don't use them all. But let me
Okay. Well, let me just, while you're looking, as soon as you do find it, let me know. But I'm just going to open up one and just see here if I can give you an idea. Let's see. So we've got, really just that one image in here. But I mean, basically, my suggestion is going to simply be to use image galleries. Have you ever used the
look.
Max Galleria plugin?
I haven't.
Okay, well, let's talk about it then, because that is kind of what that's for, I would say. So if you have like 2 main images that you want the body of the story to wrap around, I think that is probably a good spacing. You don't want too much embedded in the article. But then you've got another 10 photos from a recent sale, livestock sale or something that, we can put them up in a slideshow at the bottom of the article or anywhere in the article. You can embed that in between paragraphs. And it just really condenses the images in a way that makes it much, more pleasing to the eye. So they're smaller as thumbnails. You click on them and then you get the full size view.
Okay.
So I would suggest trying that. Yeah. I mean, you don't
Okay.
really need to pull up the article now, but if you wanted to, you just like, I'm not going to save any of this, but you just create a new line, Max Galleria, and then if you have one in there, you can just pull it in, or you can just create one straight from here. Okay, and then you say images, you upload your images that you want, name the gallery, because now you're creating this new bit of content. It's a gallery, so it can be reused in different places on the site. That's kind of the structure of this. And then once you
Okay.
publish, then you would go back to the article and just insert it in there, right
Mhm.
here. Okay. So cool. That's good feedback. What else have you found to be an issue? Because so you're more on the editorial side. Courtney's doing ads, so maybe we can come back to that. And she's doing subscriber stuff. But so what else, Cody? Editorial wise.
Anything that I had a problem with, they kind of addressed. We had
Okay.
kind of a problem where my paywall wasn't working for a while there, but they got that fixed for me.
Okay.
So I guess it just comes down to, making sure that everything on the right-hand side, when I
Yep.
go to do those articles, is kind of all the boxes are checked, and then they did switch it to where I didn't have to have a true date, because that's what was. I had some stuff not going behind the paywall if I didn't select it of having a publication date. And there's some stuff, the reason why I didn't have a publication date, yeah, like edition is because it actually didn't go in the newspaper. I just used it specifically for the website.
Okay, right. But so did they explain that the rules of the paywall are so that they only cover editions is basically okay. So how did you solve that? You just started putting it, you just made up an edition for it, or did you just put it in another one?
Well, actually, I think they got it switched a little bit to where I don't have to have an edition.
Oh, okay, I didn't catch that. Okay, so they updated it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because there's another way to set things free. We don't want it to be that if it's in an edition, it's paid. If it's out, it's free. We want to use this feature, you know? So whatever you can, you make it a category level setting, and then you can opt in or out of that by article. Do you ever use this for stories?
Yeah, I do.
Cool. Okay. Now, okay, so we're kind of just getting into it here, but like I said, I'm recording the call. Now that you guys have kind of said that there's no urgent issues, I guess what I was kind of hoping to do is just do like a little bit of a quote unquote publisher interview. We're doing these with a lot of customers and just going through some kind of questions on the whole process for how things are going in general. But before we get to that, Cody, would you say that you're focused on the app?
Yeah.
Okay, how is that going for you? It seems like it's working really well with the push notifications. I get those every day.
Yeah, it seems to be working well that way. I did have a few people that said they didn't want the push notifications, and then I just told them they could turn those off within their own app setting, right? Because that's how it kind of appeared in mine.
Exactly.
Like in their actual phone.
Right. I'm going to look at it right now here. I'm glad you told them that. So you should both be familiar. Under the main menu here, you've got notification settings, and this is a feature that we really like. And this is great. You don't have a ton of categories. Like some papers have so many, it's like overwhelming. But this is just a nice short list, and I can say, all right, I just want all the market reports. So yeah, people should know about this. I don't know if there's a better way to communicate this with the app users. We pretty much just have it in there and it says notification settings. But if you don't know where that is, it's kind of not necessarily intuitive. So you told people about it. Did they tell you, oh, thank you? You get feedback, like it was helpful, and now they...
I haven't heard back, but the two people that I talked to, gentlemen, so who knows if they did it or not. So
right,
but,
sure.
I mean,
okay.
they at least know what they're supposed to do. So
right. Well, I just think that with these things, we want to get this. We're in an age where there's so many different platforms and so many different channels that we kind of just have to be on all of them as much as we can, just to compete because everyone else is. So the push notifications are helpful with that. I guess I'm just wondering, do you have any numbers? Do you track the numbers on usage for the app, like downloads, or how many people are using it every day? I was just curious if you have those numbers.
I don't have those numbers.
Okay, well, I should have those numbers. I didn't think to look them up ahead of time. I could get them, but I was just wondering if you're watching them at all. So get us some numbers. Maybe I could even shoot James, my engineer, a message really quick. Hold on. Adult Business Weekly app. Okay, let's see what he comes back with. Okay, so now, again, so just getting back to the interview, can you just kind of briefly characterize the Cattle Business Weekly for me for a second? Just like, tell me a little bit about the print edition, like what's the circulation and kind of your model there, and then we can kind of go through the website and how are we, translating it to the digital model. That would be kind of what I want to present. So can one of you kind of just give us the background on the paper?
Okay, so background of the paper is it's a regional agricultural newspaper based in South Dakota, and it's specifically for the cattle industry.
Right.
So farmers and ranchers that are raising cattle or feeding cattle mainly is who our readership is. And Courtney, let's see, what do we want to say for circulation? Because our circulation kind of fluctuates seasonally.
Yeah, it
Right.
kind of fluctuates between 6,500 and 10,000, depending
Okay.
on the season.
Got it. 110,000. Right. Okay, and it's all. We look at the site here. I'm actually logged in, but it's. Shoot, let me log out for a second just so we can see it from the reader perspective. So we have a hard paywall model, but you do give away from some stories.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we look at the subscribe, I'm just interested, do we have, how does this compare to the print edition cost? So this is weekly newspaper via mail. Oh, okay, via e-edition. So it's $10 cheaper per year. Okay, that's good. I'm always just trying to get an idea of price points on paywalls. So you don't do a combo option. Have you ever thought about offering a combo option?
We used to, but I don't remember what it was.
We could
Is it
easily
like another
set that up.
$10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Add another $10, get both or something like that for 40.
Seems to
Yeah.
me like that's similar. Yeah, I don't remember, I guess. It's been a
No
while.
No, I
problem.
don't either, but that sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, basically that would just be a matter of creating another product. So if you want us to go ahead with that, we can just set up another box right underneath, because you're already getting. So let's just talk about how this works with your print circulation for a second. So when someone comes in here and they buy a print subscription through the website, what happens?
Yeah, I get an email and I add it on our end.
Right. So Courtney,
yeah.
managing that. So you would need someone at the paper. Again, this is just for other publishers. You would need someone there to integrate it with the print system. Which system is that again? Is that Interlink or?
That's what we use, but we're
Yeah.
kind of searching for a new one because we don't.
Oh, really? What's the issue there?
Well, nothing really other than the way we print. We don't actually do the printing ourselves. We hire another company to print the newspaper, and they have their own software. So I don't know. I mean, it seems like an expensive database. We don't use the updates for the mailing and
I see.
whatnot that comes with Interlink. And it kind of frustrates me, but I haven't found a good database program that would work either. So I don't know what we're going to do, but.
Okay. So yeah, I was just going to suggest that you could use, because we have a customer down in Texas that maybe I could introduce you to. She's trying to get to the point where she just uses MemberPress for everything, because it's perfectly capable of tracking all the information for print and digital subscriptions. And then you can export a CSV, which is the universal language for, spreadsheets. And then you should be able to get that to the printer, right?
Yeah. And that's what I already send them. I don't need the constant updating every stinking week for postal codes or whatever. We don't break it down for that, And it's,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Right. And we're not doing that either. We're not into that. Yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to figure out is if we could, just do this. But you're saying that you kind of need, well, it sounds like you're already doing that. So you're exporting from here into Interlink now. All that you're going to do is cut Interlink out and just go straight to the printers from the export.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, we do hand enter any new addresses, that come in, but we don't get that many. It's not that hard to manage.
Gotcha. Okay. Now let me check something here. I don't know if this is enabled. I wish they would just enable this on all the sites. But one thing you should know is under MemberPress, we put out a new update. I think maybe they did. Yes, good. It's already on your site, so you can just turn this on. This is called the automatic member report. So if you wanted to, this is just an idea that we got from a publisher. They said this would be useful you could just check it to turn it on, put in any number of emails here, and they'll get a list, a CSV email of all your current subscribers. But you can also just have it email you the new signups. So this is for a publisher that was just like, I don't want to deal with every single email. Can we just batch it into a weekly?
That would be awesome.
Oh, yeah? Okay, good. Well, then just start using it. It's already on your site.
Yeah, I didn't know it was there.
Yep. We're trying to promote this right now. We just came up with it. So you're one of the first to tell that I'm telling about it. And so this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now we're going to take this clip of this video and put it on YouTube and promote this feature. So that's awesome. So yeah, you can start using that. What else was I going to go into here? Talked about galleries. I'm logged out here. Okay. So I guess let's talk for a second about like when we launched your site. Kind of how did that process go for you? I mean, this is just kind of me going back doing like a post-mortem analysis with a lot of customers. I'm doing this on all these interviews. So we, probably won't use this stuff. You can be honest. Was there anything that, when we launched that could have gone better, during the whole setup process? I know it was kind of a while ago now, but.
Just a little learning curve, something different. But that, I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't have any problems, I don't think. And anything that I did have questions or problems with, they were answered right away, within a day or so.
Good.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the same. I mean, everybody was helpful and got us to where we needed to be. So it did take us a little bit of time, I think, just to navigate and see where everything was housed at. But once we got that all figured out, I think it's ran fairly well.
One thing I've been thinking about recently is, and that, Terry, I know you might be listening. I know you're on there somewhere. But if
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Hey, when we launched papers, if we made it just like we just scheduled it out for like a weekly meeting for the first like 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after you launch, and then, I mean, do you think something like that would have helped? Or, I mean, are you talking more long-term training? Like, how could we make the onboarding process smoother, you think?
On my end, it wasn't too bad.
Okay.
Like I said, until I used it, I didn't know what I was looking for. And,
Right.
if I had, it's one of those I learn better by doing anyway. So
Right.
give me all the handwritten directions.
Doing it yourself better, yeah.
Courtney, did we do
Right.
that? Did we do a hands-on training with you? Or did we just show you how to do things? I don't remember.
I think for the most part, it was just, once kind of through a couple things during a meeting, and the rest of it I kind of figured out, or I
Yeah.
asked questions, and I got like written answers, so I could.
Gotcha. Yeah, the back and forth via ops seems to be pretty efficient. Yeah, but that's a good point, Terry. One thing we're doing now is like we're having the new customer share their screen like I am, and then they go through the demo and we walk them through it. So hopefully that's a little more effective. I'm also trying to develop a video series with like where you have short little video clips and then like a follow-up question just to kind of reinforce it and make it more engaging. It's another idea. I don't know if you guys use the videos at all, found them helpful, but I know you said the written responses were helpful, but did you watch videos?
I didn't take the time.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, they're a little bit more time consuming than just reading an answer, I suppose. Okay, let's see. Do you guys feel like at this point, we've been doing business for a while, do you feel like you would recommend us to other publishers, maybe other publishers in the ag business or otherwise?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Great.
think so. I mean, as far as the newspaper perspective, we're able to put up our articles and our advertisings, and that's what, a newspaper is all about. So
Yep.
it's been
Okay.
good.
Good. We get the job done. All right. Okay. So I talked about the app that covers that. Terry, did you want to jump in with any other questions? I do have your question here that you always like me to ask. Like, does it feel like we know you, like that we remember you by name when you're conversing with us on tickets and ops, the ops email?
Yeah, everybody seems really, really friendly and nice.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
We really, because we do know everyone by name. I mean, when we talk in meetings, we don't have so many customers. We work with about 200 newspapers. So, we try to give that personal touch. Terry, anything else to add today?
Yeah, I would like to set up a call just to go over galleries. I think that would be fun, Cody. I think you'd have fun with that.
Well, you
Especially,
know what? Do you want to just do it right now? I mean, that only took 24 minutes. I mean, if you guys have like another 5 minutes, we could do it right now, and then we'll just keep recording it for training.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's fine
Cool.
with me too.
Let's do it. All right. So we're going to do just like we just said, where you're going to share your screen, although there's a bunch of callers here. Not sure who's. So Cody, you're going to take it, right?
So I am caller 2.
on your computer?
Or maybe it comes up as Cody. I don't know. Because I'm on my computer, but I dialed in for audio.
Right. Okay. I think it needs to be the Cody. You should have an invite on your computer now. A little. Oh wait, no. Hold on. There. Now you should have.
Okay.
Perfect.
So it says,
You are the presenter.
but it's not. Do I open? It's.
Now you just have to hit that. There's an icon next to your mic for camera. Or no, sorry.
But it's not.
Screen.
It's not letting me do that. It says I need an audio pin. It says to enable muted controls, press 1 on my telephone, but then I can't get my screen. I think my system preferences must have a block.
Really? Yeah, you shouldn't be entering any pin on your phone, right?
We got the wrong ID. Should we try the caller one?
Well, the caller one doesn't have the option to share the screen because it's on a phone. It's only going to be the people that are dialing in or click the link. So, I mean, I can make her an organizer at this point, but I guess we can just we'll just have Terry demonstrate for now. I mean, if that's the other option, that's okay. Yes, I'm sure the retention was.
We want to grab her files so that she can actually do this on an article. You know what I mean?
True. That would be better if you could do it. Well, I mean, if she could follow along while you're doing it, that's pretty close. Would be better, obviously, if she could share, but I don't really see this working.
Yeah, I think I have something in my system preferences that are not allowing me to share screen.
Yeah, actually, you know what? It made me update my preferences too today. Terry, why don't you try to share your screen really quick and just see if have you updated your preferences lately? Your screen share? Yeah, let's see if it does it for you because I think that's a new GoToMeeting thing. Oh, wow. No, you didn't have to. All right. Well, we'll just do the demo this way. And if you could follow along, Cody, and still kind of watch the screen, that'd be good.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is go to your dashboard. And you want to go down to Max Galleria, Max Galleria. Let me know when you're there.
Yep, I'm there.
Okay, and we're going to click Add New. Get rid of my go-to thing here. And then you'll select image. I know you guys do videos, but we can do that another time.
Okay.
Your videos look really good right now. You have template options. The first thing you'd want to do is select a template. And I heard you, Matt mentioned a slider. We do have an image slider. I just have to turn it on for you, and I'll do that after the call.
Okay.
Making a note real quick here. Okay, so we're going to use the tiles template. Select, go back to the Images tab and click Add Images. This pulls up your media library, so you can pull all the images, you know, that are already in your media library. You can select images only, so that you don't have, you know, PDFs stuck in there, or you can upload files. And the cool thing about uploading files is you can upload as many files as you want. Okay, so if you grab your files right now, you'll see like a little progress bar under each image as it's uploading.
Yep. Okay.
Do you have
Okay, I'm going to do 5 images here.
Okay.
Uploading now.
I haven't talked to you girls in so long. I'm not feeling needed.
You never know.
What do you consider your busy time? What is your busiest season? I would have thought spring would be busy.
We're usually busiest from January through April.
Mm.
Full sale season. Most of the sales happen between January 1st and April 15th.
Okay, so these are uploaded now.
Okay.
I've added them.
You click the blue button, the Add to Gallery?
Yep, I pushed Add to Gallery. Yep.
Okay. Now, did they all line up for you? You have a stack of images?
Yep, I have a stack of images.
Okay, you can drag and drop those images so that they land, you know, the first one would be the first tile, the second one would be the second tile. You can pick them up and drag them around any which way you want.
Okay.
Okay, and give your gallery a title.
Gotcha.
So that when you're looking for it, you know, to edit later on or add pictures to it, it's easy to find. Okay.
Okay.
Then you can select a category, but it's not necessary.
Okay.
And go ahead and save draft. And you'll see that you have a preview option. But what I really want you to see is at the bottom of the right-hand column, you're going to have 2 short codes. The first one is just the gallery ID number. The second one has the title of the gallery in there. So they're both the same thing, just an easier way to remember it if you select the title. Okay, so now you have your gallery created. So let's pick an article that you want to add that gallery to. You were probably on the home page, right?
Yeah. It's actually gonna be an unrelated one, but that's okay. We're gonna just put it in for now.
Okay. Which article are you gonna use?
Here. Let's just put it in the governor's charity show.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick a different one because if I go into the governor's charity show, it's not gonna let me edit. We can only have one person editing at a time, which is kind of a fail-safe. Okay, so I'll use this one. Look at that.
So I just go into my edit of it, right? So I go ahead and just edit. Okay.
Click Edit Article. So that you're on the edit page.
Okay.
And as Matt quickly pointed out before, I don't know if you know this, but if you click an image, it has its own toolbar, and this is where you can orient your image so that the text wraps around it.
Yeah, we do. Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, so now what you want to do is place your cursor wherever you want the gallery to appear. It might be in the middle, it might be at the end, wherever you want to put the gallery.
Okay.
Okay, and then go up to the top and click Max Galleria
Mm-hmm.
and select your gallery. I'm going to go Image Galleries.
It didn't appear.
Oh, you know what? We didn't publish your gallery. We just saved draft, didn't we?
You saved it, yeah.
So we need to publish that. Sorry about that. We missed it.
Okay, so go back to Max.
Max Galleria. Max
Oh,
Galleria. Find your gallery.
Okay, so actually publish it then.
Yes, publish it. And there's two ways you can put a gallery in your article. You can copy one of those short codes and just paste it, or you can use the button link, the Max Galleria button link in your article.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's published, right?
Yep, it's published now.
Let's see if it shows up here.
Okay, so now I'm going to go to my article again.
I'm going to place my cursor right here, and I'm going to look for your gallery. And there it is, Junior National Logos. And click Insert Gallery. See, it gives you the Max Galleria ID. Click Update. Takes a few minutes for the images to load, so don't worry. There's a lot of number crunching going on. There's my gallery. And here's my preview. You have two options to preview. You can preview your changes, or you can use the permalink. And there's our gallery, all nicely organized.
Yeah, so you see how much more condensed that is? It's just, and then click on one of those, and you can see the full size. It's got this nice slideshow kind of viewer. Looks awesome.
Yep.
Okay. Yep, and it worked on my end too, in mine. So,
Good.
all right.
Okay.
So, I mean, don't let those photos go to waste. That drives people to your site. I always say if you get one soccer mom whose kid is in the paper and they find out they're on the site, all of a sudden you have 32 soccer moms coming to your site.
Right.
Right.
So I'm going to edit this and take this out of here now.
Can we do one more thing? Do you guys have another 5 minutes? Can I show you one more thing?
Yeah.
Okay. This is like the next level of this editor. Okay, it's a new thing. It is actually out now on your site. It's called the block editor, and we did a newsletter on this. I don't know if you saw it or if you've experimented with it at all. Have either of you used it?
No.
Okay, no problem. So let's take a look. So like for that story, let's go back to that, Terry, for a second, and I'll just show you one thing I want to point out.
Which one did I use?
Well, really, you can do anyone. I think it was improvements to the livestock. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, now go up to the top, edit article, and see how she hovers over that, and then it drops down and says edit block. So this is how you get to it. So you got the classic editor, which is just edit article.
Right. Let me go through this real quick.
Sure.
When we go through the edit article page here, you have to think of this as blocks. You have a title block.
Right.
You have a body block. Okay. You have your subhead block, byline block, excerpt block. Everything is already in blocks. So the real, I guess, challenge to the block editor is just the terminology, really. Okay. So if we go back to this article.
Yeah, it's just a different interface.
Right. I want to go to the home page. Here we go.
Yep.
So if I hover over this and I select edit block, this is going to open up this article in the block editor. And again, it's really just the terminology, but you'll see that there's so many more options. They have a little
This is
tutorial.
very cool. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy playing around with it. Okay, good. So this is the article.
Yep.
So really, to see the power of it, let's scroll to the bottom, because what you can start doing with this, Cody, is when you're building articles, not all the way down, just to the bottom of the body, actually. Sorry.
Oh, yep.
So on the right, you've got, a lot of the same controls that you have in the classic editor, but here she can add a block. So go ahead and hit that. And I want to show you the gallery. Actually, go to Max Galleria for this. Don't just do a regular gallery, because now there's two types of galleries in this one. So you can just search for it. Search for Max Galleria. And so if you had created the gallery in the same way that you just did, you could place it here, but it's a little bit just more refined and more what you see is what you get, because you see now it's got this block in here rather than just Max Galleria code. So it's just a little bit more user friendly. And so she can select from the drop down there and place it. No, I think it's the drop down underneath, right? Yeah, right there. So is her gallery in there, the one that we just created, or no?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay. It's already selected. So now so now you can identify that block and just add another one underneath it really quick for me, and just make it an image or something. So you can have just all different types of content.
Courtney, here's something for you, because you're the ad person.
Mhm.
You have a big auction has come up, and it's going to draw a lot of readers, and that means a lot of exposure for an advertiser. Say an advertiser doesn't want to buy a spot on your site, but they'll sponsor this article only. You can put an ad right in the middle of your article.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. So that would be through one of the widgets, I think, right? If you wanted to use an ad rotate ad.
I think I would actually add the image.
Just add the image? Okay.
Add the
Let's try that real quick. Just drop that in there, because I want to show them how the drag and drop works, or rather the moving of the blocks. So we got a gallery, then we got an image / ad under it.
That's a good ad.
Oh, you could choose anything, I think, for this demo.
Yeah, that's an ad.
Yeah, nice. Okay, now.
And then I would link this to the advertiser.
Right.
Okay.
So that would go to the advertiser's website. The only thing is, if it's just an image, so it's not going to track.
Sure.
Right. We'll have to look into see if we can actually add an ad rotate ad. But I love this. I was so excited to see that.
Yeah.
And then another thing, if you want a newsletter sign up, you can put your newsletter sign up in here.
Yeah, I like that idea too. Go ahead, drop that in there, and then just show them how you could rearrange these with the arrows. You see on the left there? You can just, you could drag and drop. I think the arrows are even easier. Just hit that arrow, and then it just whops it.
See, I'm still learning this too.
Yeah, it's brand new. So that's why I wanted to introduce it. So now your previous article was created in the classic editor. It's got its own block right now. So, if you start creating content in here originally, then you'll be able to, do all the same stuff that you can in the classic editor, and plus a lot more. Because basically in classic editor, you just have one block, and it's a big paragraph, So with images. So that's one thing that we're working on. Any feedback on this at all, just like from this quick demo?
Oh, it looks interesting. It'll be fun to look through.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. There's a lot to see and a lot to play around with. And again, if you don't hit that update button, no changes are going to take place.
Right.
But I noticed when you click on one of your blocks, all the options for that particular block pop up over on the right.
Right.
You can play around with each block.
You can stylize that. Change the background color on that really quick. Just make it blue. Let's just see what that looks like. So you can make that entire block blue. I mean, look at that. That is cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really fun. So this is like the newest, greatest thing from WordPress. This is like what has been the promise from WordPress 5 for years. And now we have it fully integrated with all of our other plugins, which has been a big job. So, we're just now starting to talk about it. So as you play with it, just let us know if you have any feedback or have any questions. We're really interested in your thoughts on this. Since you guys are actually in there all the time editing content, you'll be a good one to talk to about this. Okay, let's wrap it up here, I guess. Unless, Terry, you have anything else you want to discuss or point out or ask about?
The only thing I didn't want to leave before we ask if there are any features that you would like specifically. Anything that you wish we could do for you?
As far as new stuff, I don't think so. But one of your old ones, we've talked about doing our classifieds online now. And so that would be something that we need to get added in and behind a paywall and that sort of thing. Because we're looking at doing that this summer, is adding and we don't have that many classifieds, but we'd like what we do have in the paper to be able to come over to the website and start utilizing that.
For sure.
Yeah.
So are you talking about accepting paid classifieds?
Well, I think we already do that. We're just going to add a page on our, like our calendar of events. We're going to add a classifieds page where they can click and see what we have. I mean, we're maybe averaging 7 to 10 a week, and just trying to.
But they don't appear on the site anywhere.
Not yet. No, we're taking baby steps. We're going to see how this worked first. So.
Okay. Well, in the interim, you can create an article.
Yeah.
You can add
That's what I thought too, but figured there was an easy way. But essentially, we're hoping this will drive more classified sales. Right. And maybe have it more automated like it is, like the event calendar, so we can put in, the category, run dates, that type of thing in the backside so that we can keep track of it a little easier.
The same type of thing. It would use the directory just like the event calendar.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So wait, let's just talk about the workflow on that really quick. Can we do it so that if we do use a directory and we have a gravity form, can we do it so that they submit their ad and then she just they pay for it, but it doesn't go up until she hits approve? Just publish it?
That would be. I would like to do that, have some sort of, what day, because I was thinking our paper goes out on Wednesdays, and I was just going to make them available, that Wednesday they first publish, and then when they cancel, they just drop off after that, before the following week or whatever. It add and subtract them on Wednesday morning. That's my thoughts.
Right. I see. Yes. Yeah. I mean, we've set up systems exactly like that work based on the calendar. So, so let's work on this. If this is a summer project, let's make it happen. I mean, we just started summer, so this is good timing.
We're kind of working on it in the back end here anyway. We're thinking about it and trying to figure out what we're going to charge and
got it.
And try to get a little better idea of what we're going to do and. For
sure. No rush on our side. Just we're here whenever you want to move forward to set it up. No problem.
Okay.
This looks great. Okay, guys, I appreciate it. I just had actually one more quick little survey question. Do you guys remember if you were weighing other options like who to go with in terms of the website? Do you remember in maybe a sentence or two what made you choose our hometown? Was there anything specific, like maybe the fact that we work with newspapers exclusively, or that were on WordPress, or what was it about us?
For me, it was that you had experience with newspapers, and you kind of understood the needs. Other graphic or website builders didn't understand the ins and out of all of that. That was a selling point for me, anyway.
Okay.
Right. Agreed. I think Courtney and I felt like we weren't going to have to reinvent the wheel with you guys. You know, some of the others that we had talked to, I just think they weren't sure themselves if they could do what we were asking.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Interesting. That is the number one thing that I keep hearing over and over. So I really appreciate your feedback on that. Yeah, we're trying to grow into that even more, especially with like the newsletter and these publisher interviews. So you guys both get our newsletter, right? 2 times a week?
Yeah.
Not always.
Okay.
I do a little.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let me know if you have any feedback on that. But yeah, we're really trying to grow into that area, being, just like talking about strategy. And it's not just about the platform and the technology. It's also about like exactly how do you use it in different situations. So, all right. Well, that's it. I'll let you both go. Thank you so much for the time. I really appreciate it. And we'll follow up on a couple different things and wait to hear from you on the classifieds. Okay.
All righty.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time.
Yep. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate it.
Bye.